the people on YouTube, and then we can start. Guess we are live now. Yeah. Hi everyone. This is Shashwat here. So as promised, we are back here again with Nata 2021 design classes. This is regarding your rhythm, one of the other design principles today we'll be discussing. And as I have already mentioned in the previous class yesterday, I guess day before yesterday, that we are having a few classes live on YouTube. So make sure you go through these few classes, check them out, and then you register for the course to get access to all the classes, study materials, mock test papers, and the full live classes on Zoom. So that's all, guys. Everyone watching the video, make sure you go to the description box and fill the Google form. And during the class, if you have any doubts, please text it down in the comment section. I will try to reply it. Okay. Fine, guys. Let's start on with the class. I guess most of you have joined because it's 9:06 already today, and I don't want to delay it much. Okay. Isa is not well today. Okay. Fine, guys, just give me a second. Let me share the screen and we can proceed further. Okay, so guys, we are supposed to start from the rhythm today, right? I guess that's what we completed till this emphasis part last day. Yeah, we are supposed to start from rhythm. Am I audible to all of you? Can all of you just confirm?
Yes, sir.
Hello, am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Guys, can any one of you just confirm if I'm audible? Yes, no.
You are audible, sir.
Nana, Gauri, Nikhil, Regia, Rohan, Tahib, Shahid. Am I audible to you all?
You are audible, sir.
Acha, okay. Sorry. I guess I was on mute. Just reply me once more. I guess my speakers were on mute. Anyone just reply once more? Am I audible?
You are audible, sir.
Okay, fine. Sorry, my speakers were on mute. I'm really sorry for that. Okay, let's start on with the class. So today we'll be discussing regarding rhythm, one of the other most important design principles. And like last day already, I gave you some idea regarding how these three things, your rhythm, then your anything that is in a flow or movement will give you a rhythm. Now, once that gives you a rhythm, you will also see some other things which might be co-current or might come with rhythm. And one of these most important thing is that you get to see repetition sometimes, because once you are having a rhythm, the rhythm can be achieved by the repetition of the same kind of pattern. Now, see, I use here and again one more word, that is a pattern. In a rhythm, you might get to see some pattern, some same kind of pattern being followed. Okay. So see over here, this symbol, okay, it's a small one, then a large one, then a much larger, then again small, then again large. So it continues in a regular, a particular pattern. So this is the pattern which it is following. Small to large, then again large to small, and small to large, large to small. Okay. Now after pattern, we when we are telling this is the pattern, then what is the your rhythm, and what else I told? Rhythm, pattern, and a flow, I guess repetition. Yeah. So the repetition. Okay. Now if we need to find the repetition, so in this logo of Olympics, you get to see the repetition. You get to see the repetition of these rings tied with each other. So that is where we get to see repetition. So everything, it's not something like that. Wherever you see rhythm, you will get to see all the three things. But wherever you see rhythm, any one of the following might be attached to it. We need to search for it. And the other most important thing is, those are not the design principles. Those comes under the visual principle. So we need to remember this, that there's a very important difference between design principle and visual principle. Once we tell you about, okay, just give me a second. Yeah, once we tell you about a design principle, so design principle is something that, like, it is very specified. It is noted down. It is according to the theory of the design. And visual principle, when we tell you about, it is something which a normal, general person can see and tell you. A normal person, when looking at this, can tell you there is a pattern there. Okay, so it's like something what you observe and you reflect. Okay, and design principle is something which has to be related once you are studied and once you are known to it, something like that. Now, let's have a check on the pictures that we get to see here. First one is Mozilla Firefox. So it's something in a circular manner. We get a flow and a movement in this direction, like, giving you rhythm. Then, like, over here we get Classbug. So Classbug, all the letters are following a rhythmic manner. They are arranged and they are, like, the style of the calligraphy style, what we get to see here is in a particular manner. Okay, just give me a second, guys. Yeah, so yeah, after that, some of the other logos, same here for Coca-Cola as well. And, like, as I have told you last day also, for everything, whenever we are discussing a design principle, this is related with the designing of the logos, the architectural part, the exterior of a building, the interior of a building, and we are discussing everything out over here. So we'll move on to the next page and see what are the, like, first of all, we will see what are the things that we get to see in rhythm, some of the pointers or some of the important, what should I tell? So, some of the important words, what we get to see in rhythm, like, some of the things which you can relate. So once we see regular rhythm, we get to see the formal, uniform, soothing, organized, and stability. Same elements repeated with uniform placements, can be monotonous. Compositions looks highly balanced, creates best rhythm and highly balanced. Repetitive elements creates easy rhythm in architecture, art, and design practices. So whenever I am telling you about the formal, uniform, soothing, organized, stability, this is about regular rhythm. Anything that is like up, down in a particular manner. There is no deflection like small to large and it goes something like that. You can get a particular pattern in it. Okay. Whenever I am telling you about same elements repeated with uniform placements. So something like this, whatever we have seen in the previous one, same elements being repeated within uniform placement of it. Okay, this your Olympics logo. Okay, now, yeah, can be monotonous. Yeah, see, if the the previous one, whatever you have seen over here, this is just 2 sets. If this is continuously being repeated for 100 sets or 50 sets, this will be monotonous. You will not get any interest. There will be no such variations where you will try to have a look into that. And compositions looks highly balanced. Definitely, once you are having a regular rhythm, it will be highly balanced because it will be you will get that kind of symmetrical sense into it. Now the repetitive elements creates easy rhythm in architecture, art, and design. Yeah, definitely. Whenever we see a same kind of repetition is there, repetitive elements, so it becomes easy. If you are doing just for example, I'm telling you, if you are doing the perimeter of your periphery of the your roof, and you are placing one block of the structure, then I'm telling the south side boundary kind of thing, please. You're placing a block, one hollow, one block, one hollow, one block. So it's a repetition, and it becomes easy as comparatively to designing into some other structure and giving it some other form of rhythm rather than a regular one, a graduated rhythm where you have smaller one to a larger one, something like that. Or so it will be much more complex to design. Okay. Now, in regular rhythm, these are these are some of the architectural structural examples that we get to see over here, where we see this is the construction of a roof, and you get to see some of these things, at some theaters and all, large air theaters and all. At some point, you get to see that over here some sound reflective, sound absorptive materials are used. Okay, which you it's not, you don't get to see these sort of things in a Inox or your PVR or something like that. And when I'm telling you about theater, it's like, a huge auditorium which can give you, I guess most of you have visited the places where you get to see, like, seating capacity of 800,000 people, those kind of theaters where some seminars are going to take place. Over there, you get to see this at a larger area or at a larger perimeter, to this kind of hollow blocks being used, like, this hollow places being introduced. And again, like, these are not empty, these are places are blocked by your these things, sound observative materials. Okay, so we get to see rhythm in all these things. Over here, it's like, some arches being formed and they are going in a particular direction. And okay, can you just tell me what is the other visual principle you get to see in this composition? Anyone?
Similarity or repetition?
Okay, repetition. Anything other than repetition or something? What feel you get when you look at this? What feel you get when you are looking at this? Anything other than your repetition, pattern, rhythm, anything other than that? Guys, anything other than that?
3D.
3D. Okay. Why are you getting that 3D effect? Like, might be that 3D thing came to your mind. Why? What are you getting into it? What 3D thing are you getting into this place, which you are not getting over here? This blank space. See, like, you need to use these terms. You need to increase, all of you need to increase your vocabulary, because this is not something related with design. Why are you getting 3D? You have depth in between objects, right? Guys, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
When you get to see depth in between objects, that time you realize that there is an effect of 3D, right? Why you wear those glasses in the 3D movie and all? Because you can understand the depth. Something that is coming towards you is at this position, whereas something is over here. So you understand the distance between stops, which is not there in a 2D stuff, like, 2D big video or a 2D movie. Similarly, when you are getting, see, this is obviously a 2D one, but the depth which you are talking about, this thing gives us a sense of depth. Okay, so when you are getting depth is again a visual principle, and we, like, along with depth, so we get to see another visual principle over here, that is movement. Wherever you see depth, you need to you try to find out for movement. It is not necessarily that you will get movement. Okay, similar, so something like this. Over here you have several hollow spaces. You get a sense of depth in all this, boxes, but there is no particular direction of movement. You cannot tell there is movement through these things. Movement will be for the whole composition in a particular direction. So over here we get to see movement. Wherever there is a movement, we can try to find out depth. There are high chances to get it, and there will be. But wherever there is depth, there is no movement. Okay. Now, similarly for these also objects over here, similar pattern of black and white of huge contrast. We get to see the repetition of these window panels or this, these areas. And over here, the structural elements gives you a feel of repetition or rhythm. Right. This is where we come to, come about the regular rhythm. Now, again, something over here, the regular rhythm being followed of the face, like how the light and shadow effect being used to create a graduated rhythm. Okay, sorry, to create a regular rhythm. You get lighter to dark, lighter to dark. See all these images, you get the shade lighter to dark. Similarly over here, the kind of this the spiral shapes, how they are moving forward, it's in a regular rhythm. Okay, now moving on back to the interior part of a structure, how do we get to see the rhythm and all? We whenever we are looking at this, I mean the space I am talking about, see on the top we are having these kind of glass blocks which are arranged in a particular up and down manner, what I was talking about. So you get to see again a regular rhythm at that space. Okay, now for the other pictures, you guys tell me, for this one, how do you get to see a regular rhythm? I need the reason from all.
The chairs and the statue.
Okay. What else do you get to see over here other than rhythm?
Light.
Huh?
The pattern.
No, no. Leave, pattern, rhythm, repetition. I'm speaking outside this.
Balance. Symmetrical balance.
Kind of symmetrically balanced. Like now, symmetrically balanced, I will just mention for the guys because some people who are new, they are watching it on YouTube might get a wrong info about this, that how it is symmetrically balanced. See, symmetrically balanced necessarily doesn't mean that whenever you are having statues on this side, statues will be on this side again. It can be something which is having an equal weightage of the composition, giving you the feel that okay, both the sides on both composition on either side of the axis is having the same weightage. It's not like one side will having immense amount of objects into it and the other side is having very less. This is in terms of interior. That's why I told objects. In terms of structure, you might get to see something else. Okay, what else? I just told something right now. I want to hear that.
The 3D structure. Depth.
You what depth? Okay, what else with depth? Rohan, what else with depth?
Movement.
Movement. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Movement. We have seen movement in the previous picture, so there is a huge sense of movement. Okay. What about this one? How do we get to see rhythm?
Lights.
Sir, is it because of the ceiling?
It's because of the ceiling, the lights. Now, make sure don't have this misunderstanding between this composition and this. We get to see your movement because everything gives you a feel of going it feels like it is originating from a particular point and it's coming out. So you get inside it. Similarly for the previous one, what I have shown you. Okay, over here also it goes in. Now don't consider the movement over here because this is an open space. You don't understand where from which point it is originating. You don't have a specific point of origination, so don't relate it with movement over here. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is again a regular rhythm, but you get to see what is this object? Can anyone tell?
Trolley.
Where do you get to use it?
In shopping malls and shops.
The trolleys are kept arranged in back of one another, and you get to see here regular rhythm. Okay. Similar objects over here. I guess this is pretty much understandable. Need not to go through each one of the things. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay. Now again, see over here what rhythm we see. Not this one. I will mention particularly this one. Over here, what we get to see is known as the graduated rhythm. Movement is there, it is originating from a point. Leave that apart. Graduated rhythm means it is something from a particular smaller one becoming larger, or might be from a larger one becoming smaller. Gradually, either it's increasing or gradually it's decreasing. It's graduated rhythm. This whole thing comes from the very common word that your graduation or what should I tell, gradually decreasing or gradually increasing, whatever I have explained now. From that, it's coming as your graduated rhythm. So you get to see here graduated rhythm in this whole composition. These rings which are placed on the top, rings of these light rings, they are coming from a particular point. Might be they are of the same size or same shape, even they are, not might be, they are. But since we get in the composition, when we look at these things, we get to see that effect. Whatever we visually observe, we will relate it with that. Don't make the mistake of thinking it as a regular rhythm because everything is of the same size, because you don't get to see that over here. What you get to see is from the smaller ones becoming larger. So it's a graduated rhythm. Okay, now over here are these are the road signs which gives you a sense of rhythm. Now, see, everything rhythm is again needed in your daily life. How I will tell you. Just give me a second, guys. Now, rhythm is definitely required for your regular life. How I will tell you, once you are seeing this road signs. You are taking a steep turn, okay, with your car is having when your car is having a high speed. You are noticing these road signs from a far distance, and you understood that there is a turn. Now suddenly you just take this under consideration. Road signs are marked in this way, and your road turns this way. So once you are looking at the road signs and you are driving a bike or a car, anything, you turn the steering or turn the handle in this way, and suddenly you found out that the road is going the other way around. So your balance, your whole thing will become imbalanced. You might fall off. So this is how the things are really related. If your road is turning the other way around, you need some symbols to depict that. So anything that you are implementing over there is having a visual effect. That's that's how when I was teaching you the color psychology part, how colors are related, how colors give you a sense of the space, the form, the order, the work you are going to do there. You go for just for example, I'm telling you, if you want to play cricket and you are locked up in a room, might be it's a huge room, but they ask you to play cricket over there, you will not get that feel to you need that open air, the open arena to get that huge shots. Similarly, if you're playing some other sport, might be table tennis, and you are given it in the middle of the cricket ground, so it's kind of distracting. That's how things really works. And that's how this arrangement of objects works. Okay, now this is, I guess most of you have seen the placement of the bricks in this manner, in the pavements and all. And this is, I guess, a view of an airport, where you get to see the rhythm on the top of it, kind of a tensile structure. Now let's move on. Okay, before we go into random rhythm, everyone clear till this? Anyone having a doubt, please tell. Everyone watching it live also, you can ask your doubts. I am just checking the chat now. Guys, anyone having your doubt over here? I'm asking for you guys. Gauri, Shumed, Nikhil, Regia, Taib, Shahid. Anyone having a doubt? Yes, no,
No doubt.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
okay, great. Nikhil, am I audible to you? Are you okay to speak today? Because classes, I have never seen you speaking. So is your audio issue resolved with your mic? Nikhil? Nikhil, please resolve it quickly, okay? It's because if you have to answer something, your audio issue should be resolved. Anyways, fine. Let's proceed. Okay, I guess it's clear for all who are watching it live as well. If you guys have any doubt, please write it down in the comment section. I guess till now there is nothing. So, I just text it for all of you. Text your questions. Fine. Fine, guys. Okay, and whoever is watching, make sure you go to the description box and fill the Google form out over there. We will reach you by tomorrow itself. Okay, fine. So now we will be discussing regarding the random rhythm. We have till now discussed regarding how regular rhythm works, everything arranged in a proper manner. Now, what about random rhythm? When various elements of design are placed randomly and placement still creates a flow and balanced, referred as random rhythm. Creates contrast because of irregularity of shape, forms, and elements of design. Sense of freedom, adventure. Interesting, non-monotonous, smart, dynamic. Rebellious, irregularity. Organic, engineered, natural shapes and placement. One needs to be very cautious and highly perceptive while developing asymmetrical balance. Risky and difficult to pull out, a bit difficult to achieve balance. What we get to see in random rhythm. So whenever various elements of designs are placed, randomly and placement still creates a flow, and balanced, referred as random rhythm. Creates contrast because of irregularity of shape, form, and elements of design. Sense of freedom and adventure. Interesting, non-monotonous, smart, and dynamic. Rebellious, irregularity. organic, engineered, natural shapes and placement. One needs to be very cautious and highly perceptive while developing the asymmetrical balance. Risky and difficult to pull out. A bit difficult to achieve balance, what we get to see over here in random rhythm. Okay. Now, how random rhythm we will get to see over here, how these images are arranged. Okay. So, whenever you look at any of these pictures, you see that a kind of object, okay, I will tell a kind of, not one particular, because might be these objects are like, different from each other at some point. So the similar kind of pieces, like, pieces of stones are arranged and this thing has been formed. So you see pieces of stone, that thing is common for all the minute, objects used over there. But when they are placed together and this particular thing is formed, you cannot relate it with that regular rhythm that, okay, it goes like this and comes to an end over here, or might be it starts from here and goes to infinity towards this way. It is arranged randomly at any place and finally you get the outcome of this. So that is what is all about your random rhythm. Okay. Now, whatever you get to see in a random rhythm, mostly it's we get to see the arrangement of, have you seen those mosaic tiles in your home? Anyone has? Guys, anyone is having the mosaic tiles in your home? Gauri, Nikhil, Rejia, Rohan, anyone? Taib, Shaib?
Sir, yes.
Rejia, so tell quickly now that you have, yes, no. So have you seen those kind of small pieces and all, like, being arranged in one tile? You see those small bits kind of things.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is what random rhythm is all about. Like that's as simple as that. That's what is about random rhythm. Now we will move further for, okay. Can anyone name this painting? Yeah, someone was trying to tell something.
A starry night or something.
Starry night. Okay, and it's made by? Yeah, Starry Night by? Okay, it's the painting's name is Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. Okay, so try to remember the name of the artist who has made this, because these are some of the important questions which comes in Nata. Now, see this image you are seeing today. Try to go through this image, because this questions with this particular image has been repeated a lot of times. So if anything comes, the 30-second question which was there in 2021, if you get that, to see this image and then you are asked 2 questions upon it, don't make any mistake. Okay, so once you are having an image, try to look minutely into each and every detail that you get to see there. And once again you are shown that, so that thing you get, that is a revision for you to answer those 2 questions. If anything is there, this is just as a suggestion I am telling you. So we get to see here a random rhythm, like things are coming, rotating in a spiral manner. Each one has its unique rotation or its unique flow, but everything is in a rhythm. So that's when we call it a random rhythm. Okay, fine. See, yeah. Okay, now we get to see the opera house. We get to see here a kind of random rhythm over here. Okay, what's the name of this building? Anyone? Guys, what's the name of this building?
Which building, sir?
This one. What you get to see over here, this one.
Box laid on boxes.
I didn't get it. Please repeat.
The box laid on like.
Yeah, the box one. Wow, this cubes and cuboids arranged on top of each other. Okay, I will tell you guys, please try to remember the name of this structure is Habitat 67. Okay, it's one of the biggest example of brutalism in architecture, how things can be randomly arranged. So the brutalism is a period or era or a concept which came out of the mind of the designers, and they have designed this is based on that. So the name of this apartment is Habitat 67. Okay, try to remember that. Okay, can anyone name this structure? What we get to see here? Guys, anyone? This one, left hand side, bottom one. Guys, am I audible? Hello?
Hall, City Hall.
So before coming to that, I was just finding out one thing. I also forgot. The architect of Habitat 67. Architect is Moshe Safdie. Okay, please note it down. It's Moshe Moshe Safdie. Safdie. Moshe Safdie is the architect of Habitat 67. Okay. This is designed by the Israeli Canadian architect. Okay, so he was an Israeli Canadian architect. That's what is stated. Yeah, and yeah, this one is the City Hall. What you get to see here. Let's check out the architect of City Hall. Just give me a second. I need to search for that as well. I don't remember the architect of the City Hall. Okay, the City Hall, it's the Great London Authority office. Okay, but I cannot. Wait, let me see if I can get to see some architect's name. Wait, give me a minute. Okay. Background info. So the City Hall that we have here. Fine, guys, you guys just have a check on this, the architect of City Hall. I guess London City Hall. Wait. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. It's the Foster and Partners. Okay, the three people who built it is the names which are stated out over here is the Norman Foster, Ken Shuttleworth, and Max Neal. So they Foster was the main prime chief architect. So that's how they call it, the Foster and Partners. So the London City Hall is built by them. Okay. Can anyone name the last structure?
Basilisk Cathedral.
You're absolutely right. It's St. Basil's Cathedral. Okay.
It's in Moscow.
Yeah, it's in Moscow. Fine. Okay. Now one thing we are missing out in the structure. This is when we got the cube and dices. This is what I told you about random rhythm, how things are arranged. But also the London City Hall, what I forgot to mention about is that the London City Hall also we get to see at some point a graduated rhythm, from the top part, it's coming down to a larger area. Okay, someone is asking, there are lots of architecture and arts. How do we remember them? See, you don't, it's really not possible to remember each and every architectural work, their architects most importantly. But the structures is something that you need to remember. And don't you remember the Taj Mahal? You definitely remember, right? Because once you have seen that, the visual aspect is in your mind, it's stuck. Everyone, I guess, knows and have an imagination of how it looks. So similarly, once you see these images, try to remember the names. Architects and all, I definitely agree, even I don't remember them. So I'm like, unlike other people who are teaching and all, I will not tell that, okay, you will have to remember, you will have to memorize. It's very easy. Do that. Why is it so hard? Nothing like that. Remembering the architects is very hard. Yeah, like, most importantly, the structures created now, still you can, but the structures created in those eras, that timeline, what we see in the creation, those people trying to remember all those people is definitely too hard. Okay. Black screen music has been texted. Okay, black screen music, please text your name, because I don't get to see your name over here. VJ Tech, okay, VJ Tech and Hacker. Hi. Yeah, hi to all of you. Make sure you just follow the class and fill the Google form for sure. Okay, we'll connect you back by tomorrow. And change your names. What is this Tech and Hacker? Fine, guys, let's continue. So we get to see here all the structures, and over here, as I was telling, London City Hall, I will refer to it as a graduated rhythm in comparison with a random rhythm. Okay, like I will prefer graduated rhythm more over here, because we are originating from the top and coming down to a larger one, or might be originating from the bottom and going to the top. Fine, these are again some arrangements of random rhythm in a structure, but this structure is like, this is a virtual structure what you get to see here. Okay, now some interiors, random rhythm. I hope all of you have seen the decoration of these sort of lights in some restaurants or cafes and all. So lights like, one up, one down, randomly arranged. There is no particular flow in a particular string or in a particular line of the set of lights. It's arranged just on the basis of the person who owns it, that okay, one will be up or one will be down. So we get to see some other random rhythms over here. Now let's move further. These are some of the landscape views where we get to see a random rhythm. Mostly in the view of the hills or mountains, you get to see this, because you don't have a particular flow of rise up and down, but there is a rhythm in the flow. Another important example, when you get to see a fleet of dolphins, they are going up and down. Everyone is moving in a unique way. Like, so when someone is down underwater, someone is up. When someone is in this position, someone is just coming up. But everyone is following the same flow. So we get to see here a rhythm, and that is how the random rhythm is being described. Now see, all these things, as I have already told all of you also, I'm referring to the people in class over here now. That there is nothing in architecture that you can really refer to a book and read it out and go through it. It's always about what you see and then what you express. That is all about this rhythm, or not rhythm actually, I meant anything that you relate to. Yeah, definitely you will get some books at some point for the measurement of the column, the beam, or those kind of things, something related to the structural part of it. But when you design, it's your creativity and how you are going about it. You cannot really refer it to any book or something. Fine. Guys, let's proceed further. Now, the graded rhythm or the graduated rhythm, which I was talking till now about, when elements or designs are repeated in respect, in respect to gradually increasing or decreasing order. But I have told you guys that whenever we get to see something gradually increasing from a particular point or from a huge space coming to a particular point, so might be larger, then slowly becoming so you can relate it with a concave or a convex lens. What we see when those rays diagram you have drawn in your class from 9th standard, I guess you have started doing those things. You have seen those rays diagram, right? The converging one and the emerging one, something like that, the concave and the convex lens. Similar things we get to see over here. Layered placements, regularity in respect to size, gradation of elements, looks powerful in design, sense of speed and height. Speed, height, and sense of speed and height and dynamic. Okay. Okay. Just give me a second. Yeah, now the similar examples of graduated rhythm in terms of structure. Okay, and guys, name the structure what you see over here, this picture.
Burj Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa. Okay. See, once you see this, you know this is Burj Khalifa. No one is going ever to forget this because this is something remarkable at a point. So that is how you remember structures. When you are going into the profession, try to remember at least the name of the structures. Architect's name, don't at some point, definitely no need to remember. Might be your college faculties and a lot of people will tell you why you over here, why you can't remember or something and all. But those are some at a point, every faculties and all, there are some exceptions who will really understand because everyone has to go through different stages in life, a student and then going to into the profession of teaching to make someone else understand. So before that person is going to make someone else understand, he also has gone through the same phase of understanding something from a different faculty or someone. Now if you respect that position of a student, then people will not say you in that way. But if you feel like that I have achieved at some place, then always you will come to, like, this is for all of you. I don't know, next tomorrow some of you might be at a position to going into the profession as a professor or someone something like that in some colleges, because that is one of the most vulnerable professions or the job areas after completing architecture, I really feel. Because walking into a firm and all, you really have to struggle a lot to make yourself unique at certain point. Whereas when you are into a college or when you are teaching some people, it becomes much more comparatively, it gives you a much more wider aspect. You have lots of things to explore and all. Whereas over there you are kind of, let's see, now don't relate it with some engineering stuff and all, but kind of you're dependent and it's not that much open. Now people have different choices and people can go through, and you can keep both the things attached with you. You can, one hand side you can continue with your profession, and the other hand side you can work with students as well. Okay, can I guys just name this structure? I guess everyone can name it.
Qutub
Qutub
Minar.
Minar.
Okay, great. Taib, Shahid, there now? Not heard for a long time.
Yeah, sir. It's not Qutub Minar.
Yeah, I know it's Qutub Minar. Fine, no issues. Someone left the class, I guess, in between as of now. Fine, okay. Whoever is attending till the end, I'll mark the attendance for them, because just joining and then someone is leaving out, I guess. I don't really remember who was that person, but someone has left that I can seeing the number.
Gauri, sir.
Yeah, Rohan?
Gauri left, sir.
Gauri left. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, guys. So another form of graduated rhythm and all, how we get to see over here. This is a restaurant where you get to see graduated rhythm. Now, please explain me, how do we get to see graduated rhythm in this restaurant? Because all these tables and chairs are identical to each other. But then how we are referring it to a graduated rhythm? Don't go on the wall and all. I'm speaking in terms of this table and chairs. Anyone? Rohan? Rohan, how do we get to see that?
I'm not getting it, sir.
It's the arrangement of the table and the chairs from a particular point. They are identical to each other. But once we are looking at all the things, visually it's giving us the sense that it's originating from a particular point over there and it's becoming from small to large, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's how we get here the sense of graduated rhythm. It's as simple as that. Similar things out over here in all these examples. The waves, how they are created, we get to see a graduated rhythm. Okay, anything from the previous things which I have taught, what other design principle you get to see over here?
Radial symmetry.
Radial balance, not radial symmetry.
Sorry, radial balance.
Radial balance, yeah. Similar thing over here, radial balance. Okay. Okay, now over here also some graduated rhythm, and also we get, if this whole picture of this leaf was there, then we could have understood some symmetrical balance also. Okay. Now moving further, see the over here again we see some graduated rhythm in terms of this waterfalls, what we see over here. But how these people are splashing this water, I will definitely refer it to random rhythm in comparison with graduated, because it's not in a particular flow. Randomly they are throwing, and it's it's not particularly from one point to the other. Emerging out, or it's coming to a one point from a larger space. So I will refer it to a random rhythm over here. So graded we have seen. Now graduated and graded is somewhat similar to each other. It's attached only. Okay, so that's why I told you graduated and graded are same. You cannot really differentiate much in between them. Fine. We will start from this graduated rhythm, and then we have the unity part. Okay. So graduated rhythm, we will start from it the next day. Guys, we will discuss from graduated rhythm the next day. If you guys have any question, please ask that. Guys, anyone having a question? All of you, anyone having a question?
No, sir.
Fine, guys, then we will end the session over here itself for the day. We have completed till here. We will start from graduated rhythm. We will just discuss if it's very short. It's almost similar as graded rhythm only. So next day's topic will be unity. We will start from unity, one of the other most important design principles. Okay. Yeah, definitely we will have a discussion on graduated rhythm. We will not leave it out. Okay, that's all for the day, guys. See you in the next class tomorrow then. No, today is what? Today is Tuesday, right? Tomorrow, sorry, Friday. Today is Friday. Saturday, ma'am's class is there. Okay, day after Sunday, we will meet you guys. It's fine for all? I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thanks a lot, everyone. See you in the next class. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Guys who are watching it live on YouTube, make sure you if you're new to the channel, just subscribe it and stay tuned for the later updates. You'll get a lot of information regarding your exam and how everything is going to happen. Some of the live mock tests that are going to happen for all of you. And make sure you go and fill the Google form provided out over there. We will connect you back and you join the this preparation test, this crash course. We will make sure that each one of you get the benefits out of the crash course, prepare well. We will provide you with all the supports, regular live classes, your study material, mock test paper, and your recorded lectures. Most important. So you get a preparation for the whole, both the attempts of Nata and JEE mains paper 2. And let's hope you all do great in both the exams this year. And we will make a success from Ignite India to all the students who are watching it live on YouTube and preparing with us, and all the students who are here at our batches and they are preparing with us in center. Now in center in terms of definitely online, because right now due to the COVID situations, we are not offline in any of the centers throughout India. So that's all for the day, guys. See you all in the upcoming sessions. Make sure you share the video with all your friends so that they get notified and get updated about all these new topics, new infos about Nata, new pattern Nata 2022 exam. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned to the channel. That's all for the day, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.